Hello and welcome to the Infinite Escape Room, the puzzling podcast where a bunch of geographically diverse chums come together, have a drink, and work together to solve a homemade escape room. I'm Ben Laver-Griffiths, and tonight I am drinking Mads from Omnipolo. It's a no-bake carrot imperial stout. No-bake carrot cake imperial stout. It's bloody delicious, and it came from one of our Patreons, Hill Burton. So thank you very much. It was lovely. I got some to get to Mike at some point.
I look forward to that. I mean, next time we're actually allowed to see each other face to face in the year 2027, when we're all got cyborg bodies. Also, the no-bake carrot and no-bake carrot cake are two very different flavours.
Yes. And joining me this week, we have...
Hi, I'm Chris. I'm drinking a Coke Zero.
Hi, I'm Mike, and I'm drinking a teeny tiny bottle of Inca Cabernet Sauvignon 2019, which came in my Christmas stocking. And it is a very drinkable Cabernet Sauvignon. I'm sad it came in such a tiny bottle. I'd happily have more.
Oh.
Actually, come to think of it, this is a massive glass, though, so I'm all right. I'll live somehow.
And I'm Alid, and I'm drinking hot chocolate.
Ooh. Well, wait, what sort of hot chocolate?
Cadbury's hot chocolate, the only one worth having.
Good. Yeah.
Bleh.
With water or milk?
Milk.
Good. Yeah, you've done the hot chocolate correctly. I'm very happy.
No, it's got to, that Cadbury stuff is too claggy on the tongue.
No.
All that milky milk chocolate stuff. It's got to be dark hot chocolate or bust.
No, what with water you're going to say then, isn't it?
No, with milk, but like 80% cocoa solids minimum.
I don't love hot chocolate, but sometimes I really fancy one. And when I make one, I go for a cup of milk, like whatever cup I am using, and then just break in as much Bourneville chocolate as it takes.
Okay,
to melt it all down.
You see, the dark chocolate version I would agree with is very nice, but I then add like a ton of caramel sauce to it just to balance out the bitterness.
Yeah. Oh, dearie me. I don't know. When you said caramel sauce, my teeth actually itched.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you know when you have you go somewhere and you have like a fancy coffee, and they're like, "Oh, well, why not try our caramel latte?" And you're like, "Oh yeah, I've not had a syrupy coffee for a while," because you forget, and then you have it, and you're like, "Nah."
No, I like them.
Oh goodness me!
I love them.
I can't do it. I can't be hacking it.
I think my problem is that I love the flavour of coffee, but I don't like bitter things.
That is, I agree. I'm with you on this, Chris. I love the flavour of coffee, but I hate the caffeine. So what we both like is half of coffee and not the other half of coffee, but the different halves.
Yeah, sure.
I mean, like, I love the bitterness. I fucking detest the caffeine. I don't need it.
I'm sure we've spoken about this before, Chris, and I understand this is lengthening the
Patreon bonus.
But I never used to like the bitterness, and that's why I would always get really milky coffees. Whenever I used to have a coffee, it was always a latte. Until I spoke with somebody that drinks a lot of coffee, and they said drink it black, which is really counterintuitive. But actually, the lactose in the milk really brings out the bitterness of the coffee.
Oh, okay.
First of all, you have to brew it correctly. So get somebody that drinks black coffee, and ask them how they make it.
So I shouldn't just buy instant, cheap, Tesco value coffee. And
Absolutely not. When I brew coffee now, I weigh how much coffee I'm going to grind, and then I make sure that it's still about that after I've ground it, and then I weigh how much water I've got. And
oh my god!
And then I have a timer.
You need to book in your cups of coffee. Do you know, like, calendar them?
I don't have coffee very often because it's a massive faff, but when I do, I really enjoy it.
Because you've made it a massive faff.
But I really enjoy it. I really like it each time.
I do miss the coffee machine at work that would grind your coffee beans for you. That was good.
So, what is the Infinite Escape Room? Well, it's like any other escape room you may be familiar with, but this one stretches across all known themes, retail parks, and dimensions. And, because it's infinite, there is no end. Every room in the Infinite Escape Room links into the next, in one big never-ending escape experience adventure. Each week, one of us will present a part of the Infinite Escape Room, while the others try and solve it. And if we don't escape within 30 minutes, then terrible things shall befall us. Are we ready?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. What's our deposit?
My script is as the script needs to be. Are we ready?
Yes, Ben.
Yes.
Then let's enter the Infinite Escape Room. At the end of last week, our solvers escaped what felt like a maze of corridors. As they thought they might be lost, a vacuum sucked them into some kind of tube network. Racing along the tubes, a pain in your arse notifies you the tube is ribbed. Sort of like the hose of a vacuum cleaner. Indeed, your nose is on fire with the dust particles, and you make out a somewhat plasticky quality to the air. The tube was pretty cool and very, very drafty, but a cooler January air hits you momentarily before you land on a soft, squidgy landing. You hear an engine start, and your surroundings start to vibrate. You appear to be in some sort of truck. Hang on, those aren't bean bags. More like bags of tomatoey beans. The truck jolts forward, and you sink deeper into the bags of mush, sliding left and right as the truck winds its way, who knows where. The late evening sky above you is replaced with a concrete ceiling, boasting regular fluorescent lighting. The truck stops, and the engine shudders silent. You hear the driver get out. Two voices are heard. Hey Merv, just a sec. I've just passed this junk here for the night. Gotta grab a bag, and I'll be out. All right, Joe, says the other voice. Hurry up. I should have locked up already. You hear some scuffles around the cab. A door slams closed, and the familiar ka-chunk of a vehicle door locking. You here all night then, Merv? You hear one voice say. No, says the other. I'm locking up and I'm off. Somebody will be around to check things out in half an hour or so. As the voices fade, you hear a large door close and get locked. The lights are still on, and you notice that one of the doors at the back of the truck is still open. What would you like to do?
I stopped paying any attention as soon as you said ribbed shaft.
No, I didn't say shaft, I said tube.
Sorry, ribbed tube.
Does it please you that the tube was ribbed? Could it be said that it was ribbed for your pleasure?
I don't think the pleasure's... I think it's ribbed for my pleasure. I think it's ribbed for somebody else's pleasure.
At least it's ribbed and not ripped, eh?
I would say that presumably your time has already started.
Oh, God.
Could we look at the open door at the back of the truck, Ben?
You can do, yes. It appears that you are in an underground car park.
Have we been smuggled into the country? This has got a kind of people smuggly vibe to it. Just being dumped in a car park after a long mysterious drive in the back of an articulated lorry. Okay, well, can we just take a look? We had our bags of tomatoey beans around us. Can we just take a little look at them?
They appear to be full of people's trash.
Oh,
Are we in a bin?
We're in a bin, Laurie.
Not a bin. That's the one. Yeah, sorry, I don't know how I didn't make the whole leap towards the lorry end of that.
Would you like to get out of the truck?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool, so you push the door open and you jump down into the car park. The car park is completely empty. You notice a large door that you presumably came in through that is very much closed. And you also notice a set of steps that lead up to a small door. Or rather, a normal-sized door, but small in comparison to the other one.
Can we go to the large door that we presumably came through and just check around for clues?
You can do, yes. You see a sign on the door, which I am plopping into the chat and will be in the show notes. And having a quick push at the door, it appears to be unlocked.
Ah, the Infinite Mall, number 1076. Okay, so what Ben's given us appears to be a kind of a map floor plan titled The Infinite Mall in a lovely set of pastel colours with an orange border. There's a donut shop, which is a food stall. There's a display. There's a DIY Delight, which is a hardware store. Spangly Things, accessories. Powwow Playtime, toy shop. The Sugar Super Highway, which is a sweet shop, and Disco Pants and Haircuts, Misk. They all have emojis as well. Oh, there's also a big, large, unequivocally sportswear.
Sports ball.
And a guard,
Sports thing.
And a guard office next to the Powwow Playtime.
Oh, I didn't notice that. Yeah, there's some more details as well. There's a roller doors to the street. Oh, so we've just come in. There's a staircase showing where the car park is, which looks like we've just come up. And then if we go up and turn right, we should see some roller doors to the street. To the left, there looks like kind of a garden area with the displays. And then right in front of us are some of the shops and then unequivocally sports.
Right. Can we backtrack and go back up the other set of stairs?
Other set of stairs?
You said there was there not some more steps leading up to a small
Oh,
door?
no, yes. And this is said door, and walking through it leads you into this area.
I wanted to go through the door we'd come in, but sure.
Oh, so if you want to go and look at the door that you came in, the big door that is a big, presumably electric operated door that appears to be locked. There's no sort of budging of it.
Okay, there's nothing clue-like nearby.
Nothing at all.
Cool. I guess we have to explore the mall.
Yeah, let's split up and look for clues.
We have to say mall.
Infinite Mall. Oh, I suppose. Oh, this because we have so many American listeners.
Very American.
Do they call them malls in the UK? I don't think they do.
No.
I'm
Depends
sure,
where you are.
I'm sure that in Bath, before they knocked it down, there was a sort of small covered shopping centre, and that I'm pretty sure was called a mall.
What would you call Blue Water, Mike?
Big shopping centre. Should we have a look around this big shopping centre? As it's to our left, can we take a look at the donut stop, please?
Yes, taking a look at the shop, you probably to note is as you walk past the display, It appears that there is a car on display. It seems that there's a big sign in the window that says you could win it, although it doesn't seem to suggest how you might be able to win it. But carrying on past the car, the donut shop is a semicircular affair. The bars are down, locked. There's a padlock on it that says key with occupier. It looks like maybe even the cards don't have a key to this. There are some tables. In fact, I've got some description here that I should probably read. Most of the tables are cleared away, but on one of the tables you find a half-eaten cruller, some very dark liquid in a coffee cup, and also an ID badge.
Half-eaten what?
Cruller.
Cruller.
Oh, is that like one of those smushy ones that's covered in icing? It's like half croissant, half donut, and looks like it's just been sort of thrown together.
Cool. What else was there then, sorry?
Some very dark liquid in a coffee cup and an ID badge.
What does your ID badge show?
I will drop it into the chat again. It'll be in the show notes for your viewing.
Well, that could be anybody.
Malleable Merv, guard, ID 68207-644, valid from 09/18. And then it has a QR code, which I've not got my phone with me. Can someone scan the QR
Yeah.
code?
I've already done it.
Go on, Alan.
Take us to?
Oh, it takes us to the infiniteescaperoom.com.
Okay, there we go.
Shameless plug.
Any particular page or
Homepage.
bugger? Well, not bugger. Good hit generation there, Ben.
You can probably just take that to mean that it's not important, except very
No,
important because it's the Infinite Escape
I
Room.
want to encourage everyone following along to follow the QR code. Get
I
more
felt like something should be there, and a QR code to our website seemed like the right thing to have.
Okay,
Funnily enough, your picture of Merv looks a lot like how I thought he'd look.
yeah, it's not too far off. The dark liquid in the coffee cup. I'm
Yes.
probably going to regret this. Can I give it a smell?
It smells oily.
It's probably Merv's coffee.
I'm gonna regret this, but can I put a finger in and give it a bit of a lick?
It's incredibly greasy and tastes like insert brand of car oil.
Ugh, okay, I spit it out.
So Malleable Merv has left his donut and his coffee, well, his robot coffee here. We had that totally unconnected chat about coffee earlier, and here's coffee. Oh, goodness me.
Got to somehow tie that in, my mic.
I think we've had about 10 minutes now.
Oh, we've done nothing.
We've got an ID card.
Just over 8.
Oh, fair enough.
Can we go have a look at the Powwow Playtime toy shop, please?
The shutters are down, the lights are on. You can see that there is a swipe slot to the left of the door.
We use the guard ID to swipe in, please.
You can indeed, with a little bloopity bloop, and the roller doors, the shutters go up, and you can enter the toy shop.
Yeah, is there anything interesting? Could we go to the counter, have a look behind there, maybe?
So there's nothing of interest around the counter. What you can see around you is some teddy bears, some train sets, some coloured stacking blocks, some water pistols and yo-yos, sort of the kind of things that you'd find in a toy shop. Right at the counter, you can see a discount bucket of Rocket Trek badges. There appear to be 2 left, and I've got a little picture of them for you if you would like to see them.
Rocket Trek.
It looks like someone's done a very cheap version of the Star Trek logo, of the Starfleet logo.
I would watch this series.
Put a rocket
I
on
mean, it's a triangle with a rocket inside it with a smaller triangle below it.
The rocket looks like something from Wallace and Gromit.
Or Thunderbirds, the
Yeah,
original.
maybe.
Oh.
Yeah.
Plasticine Star Trek would be amazing.
Have you seen Lower Decks? Lower Decks is really good. I love Lower
No, I've not even heard of it.
Oh, it's a cartoon comedy series set in the TNG era.
Oh, sick. Yeah, I'll watch that.
It's really good.
While we're in the shop, can we check out the latest Nerf guns? I'm always astounded by the technological march of Nerf weaponry. You should see the stuff. They've got chain guns these days. They've got Nerf chain guns. Kids don't know they're born.
There don't appear to be any Nerf guns, but there are water pistols.
Is there a soft toy panda?
There is not.
Aaron will be sad.
I was going to steal one for myself.
Oh, fair enough. Well, can I grab a water pistol just in cases, self defense?
Cool. Can we go and check the guard office that's just round the corner from the toy shop, please?
Going to the guard office, there is a swipe panel to the right of the door. However, there is also another little sort of camera mounted next to the slot with magic shape written above it. There's a little pull-down drawer. Would you like to pull it down and see what's inside?
Yes, please.
Okay, so this is directly below the camera. Pulling it down reveals sort of like a description, I guess, of what the camera is. It says, show shape and swipe card. Shape must match the colour and shape, roughly. No depth perception. Shape tolerance is 35%.
Show shape and swipe card. Can I just have the second half of that again?
Show shape and swipe card. Shape must match colour and shape roughly.
So how?
No depth perception. Shape tolerance 35%.
So we have to hold something up to it to the right shape.
Yeah.
What about Merv's face is rather square?
Do you know what shape it needs?
Oh, you thinking, Alad, that it might need Merv's face?
Yeah, I'm just wondering if we held the ID card up to it
Sure.
closely so it can just see the face on the card.
Let's give that a go.
Would that suffice?
Oh, we'd have to swipe the card, wouldn't we? But good shout. Let's try that.
You show the card, but it seems that it doesn't activate without a swipe.
Are we able to show and then swipe really quickly, or?
That does nothing.
Can I pick up the budget Starfleet badge and hold that shape up while we swipe with Marv's card?
That's exactly the right mechanism, but it seems to be the wrong shape.
Ah, the discount Starfleet badge is triangular, as is Merv's nose. So we might need to find some square stuff to use his head, some circular stuff to use his eyes. In fact, there was the donut shop. If we go to the donut shop, we could get some donut eyes for him.
Yeah.
So the donut stop is locked. There doesn't appear to be a way in.
Okay, can we go to the next shop then? Can we go to the sports? Sports, go sports.
You go to unequivocally sports, which I've not written about. So what have I said about that? So there is a large double bifolding glass doors. It appears you need a key to get in.
Oh, so we can't get into that one. Can we go to the Sugar Super Highway?
The shutters are down and the lights are on. The store has an additional padlock on the shutter with a note on it that says "key with occupier."
Okay, well, let's just keep going around, I guess, for now. Disco pants and haircuts.
Same as the sweet shop. The shutters down. This time the lights are off, so you can't even see what's inside. The store has an additional padlock with the note "key with occupier."
Could we see inside the Sugar Super Highway then?
You can do. There are many goodies. The thing that is sort of front and center with spotlights on is a large yellow sheriff's badge.
Ah, which Merv has. Merv in the picture has. So we need to somehow gain access.
At the risk of missing something, should we just be jumping straight into the DIY store?
Oh, yeah, of course. We could get an axe and chop through the guard station door.
DIY delight.
Or a saw.
Good thinking, Alad. Angle grinder, arc welder.
So you'd like to have a look into the DIY shop?
Yes, please. Ben's just making a mental list of all the things we're not going to find in there.
No, again, it's all in the script. So the DIY the shutters are down, the lights are on, and there is a swipe slot on the right of the door.
Can we swipe the ID badge, please?
You can indeed. There's a little bloop bloop bloop, and the shutters go up. Yeah. Going into DIY Delight, it looks like this store has just moved into there. There are lots of empty shelves in the centre. On the rear wall, there is an empty counter. On the left of the shop is a wall with an array of adhesives. And on the right-hand wall, it's a variety of paints. And that is all there is.
Sorry, adhesives, paints, and what else was there?
That's it.
There's definitely no angle grinders or hammers or mallets.
Yeah.
I'm afraid not.
I'm afraid I missed the very first bit of the description. I got the second bit, which is adhesive and paints.
Effectively, the store is completely empty, aside from a wall of adhesives and a wall of paints. The shop is just being moved into by the looks of things.
Thank you.
Can we go around to Spangly things, please?
Spangly things, the shutters are down, the lights are off, and the store has an additional padlock with a note, key with occupier.
Who's the occupier? That's the problem.
It would be the occupier of the store.
Yeah. Can we find them and bludgeon them unconscious and steal the key?
Yes, if you could please get out of the mall,
Awesome.
then you can...
They might still be here. There's a possibility.
Hold on, I think we've missed something very early on.
Go on, Alad.
Ben, can we look at the car on the display, please?
You can have a look at the car on display. There's a sign in that says, "Win this car." And you notice that it's a brand new Eringold Prime 2790 with 2021 plates. It's a very hipster car.
Okay.
Can we try the door?
The door is locked, but you do see a note on the dash.
Which reads...
Keys in guard's office.
Piss! So there's...
If I used one of my fellow solvers' skulls to bash open the padlock, would that work?
You can give it a go.
Anyone?
Wait a minute. There's a reason there's not a deposit on this. This is... no. Hang on. Right.
I mean, we both know that my skull doesn't have the structural integrity.
Dear God, no.
Like the amount of mine's like one of those vases that's been down the stairs 15 times and somebody's just put back together again with PVA.
Hang on.
Alad's got a thinking face on. Go on, Alad. Wisdom.
Right. On the map of the Infinite Mall, on each side of this display stand, there is shrubbery. Is there anything in amongst the trees that may be of use to us?
Looking around here, you could spend easily the next 14 minutes looking through it. It doesn't appear to be anything useful there.
Right. Hang on then. I have another thought. Can we go?
Weirdly, the timer has just paused itself.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, we're
That works for
okay.
me.
We're all good.
Can we go back to the truck in the underground car park?
Yes, you can.
There must be something there we've missed.
Okay. Actually, no. Let me just go back a second. No, you can't. The car park door locked behind you, and it appears that there's nothing useful in the car park for you.
Okay.
Editing will
there we
fix
go.
all that.
Or if there was, then we can't get to it anymore. We're stuck here forever. Okay, so just a quick summary of where we are. So the donut store, the guard office, the sweet shop, spangly things, and disco parts are all locked with the keys with the owner.
Mhm.
Unequivocally Sports is also locked, presumably keys with owner. We have a swipe card which can get us into DIY Delight, which has adhesives and paint. Adhesives and paint will hopefully let us put the shapes together that we need and paint in the correct colours, because the guard station visual recognition thing is shapes and colours. But we need to find some other shapes. We know that the start that we need is inside the Sugar Superhighway. So we need to find the owner.
Well, I don't necessarily think we have to find the owner. We can still break through the padlock. We'll find another key. What about the playtime shop? What was in there again?
So in the plate, unless one of you would like to recap.
No, I'm afraid
So I have a list here of teddy bears, train sets, coloured stacking blocks, water pistols, yo-yos, and the discount bucket of Rocket Trek badges.
Oh,
Stacking blocks.
Yeah,
that's the one. We could build Merv's head
yeah.
out of
And
blocks,
then paint it using the paint.
paint it on, and then we could even make him a teddy bear body and perhaps put a little heart in there so that he can love.
Yeah, what blocks do we have? Do we have enough to make his head?
Yes, I think you probably do. I think making his head would perhaps incur a 3-minute penalty.
Given we don't know how long it is, I'm fine.
Okay, so
What?
I'm fine doing that.
Ben,
It would take a while to, go through all the bricks and creatively make his head. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm fine.
You can't
Just
say-
one block's enough, surely, as long as it's square.
No, I think we need a bit more than that. I'm fine doing that.
Hmm.
Everyone else?
well, hang on.
I would-
Is there a more
I would-
creative solution?
I would perhaps just say, at about 11 minutes to go, that Merv is, the only robot that works here, and so basing it on his head might not work for other guards.
Right, it needs to be Merv's penis.
So I've got a water pistol.
Wait a minute. You've got a
We could
water
load it
pistol.
full of oil.
That would short out any fancy Dubry security system.
The only liquid we've got is oil. Machines love oil, famously. Terminator 2, he stops every other thing for some WD-40.
I've just got this thought of your spitting into this water pistol.
Oh, we're not playing soggy
Spit?
biscuit with a
No,
water
we're not
pistol.
going to spit in it, Ben.
Oh, that will gum up the mechanism, Allard. Disgusting. Disgusting. Okay, so is there anything else that we could make Merv's head out of that we've encountered so far? There were tables and chairs. The tables were square. We could get a square table. We could pick up one of the little tables.
On closer inspection, they're in fact slightly irregular. They're not square enough.
And hammered into the floor, because,
Yeah, I was totally expecting to be glued to the floor.
Yeah.
That would be a better.
Or if you want
They're glued to the floor.
edit it in, Ben.
Okay, well, should we take the 3-minute time hit and make his head out
Yes,
of
I think so.
blocks?
Okay, right. So just aware, you've got just over 9 minutes. So let's reset the timer to 6 minutes
Shit.
and 25 seconds.
Oh god.
Right, okay.
So we've got his head. Can we now go?
Oh no, I can't. Hang on, I can't give you. Right, you're gonna have 7 minutes because
Yay!
Might as well call it 8, Ben, to be honest. Let's round it up a little bit.
There we go. So you've incurred a 2-minute hit.
Cool. Can we take it round to the guard door and try and show that and swipe?
Oh no, we need to paint it first. So we need to
I thought
paint
this
it.
included all the painting.
No, this is So you've got a faithful replication of his head.
Oh, brilliant! Sorry.
So take it round to the guard's office, show the head to the scanner and swipe the thing.
That doesn't appear to work.
Okay, I want to use my body as Merv's body and I happen to be in a blue shirt And where did we get the star from?
Oh, fuck.
We haven't got
Fuck. I've just thought the scanner doesn't give two shits about 3D.
No.
Chris, take your shirt off.
Okay.
We'll go to the paint store and we'll just paint malleable Merv on your back.
You've painted Merv onto me.
Yeah, because it doesn't matter if it's 3D, so we can just paint it on
For some
anything.
reason I've completely stripped off and we've done a full body version of this.
I've got his legs coming off of Chris's buttocks.
Anyway, I now hold the head in front of mine because there's no depth sensor, and then swipe the card.
No, it doesn't appear to be Merv's face that is after.
Hand? Is it after his hand, perhaps?
Something which would presumably be in the picture other than his face. Something that he could perhaps show to the camera while scanning his
Going back.
Possibly his sheriff's badge.
Sorry?
Possibly his sheriff's badge, then. That's the only thing I can think of that he'd...
Yeah, maybe. We
So...
What was the sheriff's badge? We had something.
Well, we could paint another one on the other side of you. Have you painted on your back so far, Chris?
Sure,
You've got a whole other side we've not painted.
Paint another sheriff's badge on me. And
A big one.
I try and hold that up to the camera while swiping.
Sure, yes, that gets you through.
Yes!
Hooray!
Wasn't the way I was going to go for it, but it worked. Okay, so in the guard's office, you notice on the left-hand side a key cabinet, and in the top right-hand side a desk with a computer and a note on.
Okay, can we go through the key cabinet and grab the keys for Spangly Things, Disco Pants, and Sugar Soup Highway, and Unequivocally Sport?
So you look in the keys cabinet. The keys for Unequivocally Sports are there, so you can grab them. There is another note in the key cabinet that says, there are several notes. One that says some keys are held by store staff, which would probably account for those held by the occupier. There's another note that says central lock upgrade ×2. So that's presumably the DIY and the toy shop. And there is a third note that says got distracted and put car key in exhaust.
Aha! Well, we can go and...
Go to the prize car and pull the key out of the exhaust.
Wonderful. Go back to the car, the Erengold Prime 2790, and indeed the keys are in the exhaust.
I'm so annoyed with myself. I was going to suggest doing a search of the car before anything else, and I thought, no.
Right, okay, so can we open the car with those car keys?
You can indeed, yes.
Okay, we're in the car now. What's there?
Is there anything exciting?
It's a standard car. Yeah.
Okay,
What's in the boot?
I'm going to have to do this. Can I go on a little joyride around the mall in a car?
You've got 3 minutes left. You might like to figure out how you're going to escape.
Can we pop the glove box quickly?
There's nothing in the glove box.
What about
Anything in the boot?
There's nothing in the boot.
under the driver's seat?
There's nothing under the driver's seat.
Under the passenger seat?
Nothing under the passenger seat.
Anything under the
sun
flipping
visor?
arrow?
Under the sun visor?
There is nothing. Well, when the driver side pulls the sun visor down, the win this car display falls on them. But aside from that,
Has it got a mirror? Has it got a little thing that you can lift the mirror?
no, this doesn't have mirrors at all.
Okay, very quickly. Shall we go back quickly into the guard office? Ben, you mentioned there was a desk in there as well. Is there anything on that desk?
No, I did say there was a note.
Note next to the computer.
That's
What?
actually defunct.
Oh,
No, it's a defunct note. It was going to say about the car key being exhaust, but I accidentally also put that note
that's fine.
in the key cabinet.
there's a computer. Is there anything on the computer screen?
Computer appears to be logged off. No indication as to password or username.
Can we use the keys to Unequivocally Sport and go open it up?
You can do, yes. You push open the large bifolding doors. You could literally get a car through this. Yeah.
Was that a hint?
In the Unequivocally Sports, you can see sort of like display stands with sports gear, sportswear on. And to the right of you, right the way down the other end of the store, there is a large floor-to-ceiling display window.
We can drive through
Drive through the... yeah.
In the middle of it, there is a great big target.
Yeah, we're driving.
Let's drive through the target.
Drive the car.
Okay, so you are going to get in the car, turn it on, and drive through the window.
Yeah.
Is that,
Yes.
is
Yeah,
that right?
Yep.
via the target, because we know how these things work. Scores. High scores, extra lives.
50 points.
Yeah, any pedestrians?
Starting up the car, the engine roars into life, but the sweet purr of the Erengold Prime 2790 is drowned out by the cassette tape that was playing last time someone was in here. You knock the car into gear and jump on the accelerator. The wheels spin for a solid 5 seconds before gaining traction. You screech off the platform and onto the smooth-tiled floor. But wait, you're heading towards the wrong doors. Swerving to the left, the back of the car kicks out as you head into a spin. You quickly correct the mistake and snake back towards the display, taking a hard right, past Powwow Playtime and the Sugar Superhighway. Swinging into unequivocally sports, you try your best to dodge the clothing rails, but sweatshirts, jogging bottoms, and a host of jazzy sports bras fall prey to your superb navigation. You jump in surprise as you hit a stack of box trainers. Shoes explode around you like a 1980s cop chase. Finally, you see the large bullseye on the window at the end of the store. Coming to a stop, you put the car into reverse and back up through your prior distraction. As the finale of the track starts to play, you slam the car back into gear and push the accelerator to the floor. Wheels screeching and smokes and fumes pumping, you hurtle forwards towards the glass. Realising this may not have been the best plan, who knows how sturdy this glass is anyway, you duck your head down at the last moment and crash through the glass. Head still between your legs as shards cascade around the car and it flumps onto the street. As you sit back up, it's too late. The car has broken through a chain barrier on the other side of the road and off you hurtle into a nearby canal. Congratulations, you have solved my puzzle.
Yeah.
Hey! Was this why we didn't have a deposit for the episode, Ben? Was it because we had to smash some glass?
Yes, and this entire episode was based around the fact that, have you all watched Blues Brothers?
Yes.
A long time ago.
Yes. You remember the music that plays when they're in the mall? I had that in my head and decided that I wanted to somehow make a puzzle around that.
The highlight for me was the map, though. That map made it really easy to mentally navigate the space. I really like that.
And it had a target on the map as well. And it literally had the biggest hint. Look, large display window.
Have you seen it this one?
With a target underneath it.
Very good.
Thanks very much for listening. You can subscribe to us on all of your favourite apps, feeds, iTunes, and at our website, www.theinfiniteescaperoom.com. You can follow us and get in touch via Facebook and Twitter at @tier_podcast. If you enjoyed the episode, and we really hope you did, we'd be much obliged if you could leave us a review on iTunes or Facebook, as it's a massive help in reaching new audiences. And we're also on Patreon. If you'd like to support the show, head over to patreon.com/The Infinite Escape Room, where you can listen to episodes a week early, have your name mentioned on the show, get unedited episodes, and more. We love you lots, and we hope to see you next time in another Infinite Escape Room. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.